Yo, so we back. And the only thing I can really say is I'm in shock. I just seen the video of Demarius Randall, who had an amazing game, by the way. Even to the end, man, making the vet move like that. He gonna catch a fine, but hopefully we got others to kind of help him out with that. So yeah, I got notes, man. I was taking notes throughout the game because I wanted to be able to remember the things that I saw. And from the beginning, I felt like penalties was hurting us. Uh, we first had a penalty on Batonio for false start. Then we had, the rookie end up like the whole left side of the line was kind of, I don't know if it was a communication thing or, they just got too much responsibility right now as far as, learning the system. I know he was only there. Desmond Harrison was only there for a week in his new position, and then Batonio being there on in guard, and his first week as well since last year when he was the actual starting left guard. Man, the penalties just killed us, man. I think like it really ever we couldn't never consistently stay in our groove in offense. Um, and it's crazy because I was with some Steelers fans, and we just a real side note, they think lowly of Ty Haley, and I mean it was some stuff that was going on where it was kind of questionable, the two runs and then the pass towards the end of the game, um where they went on a 3 and out was kind of questionable, but it I did see a lot of good things out of the offense too. So I think I just got to get more of a feel of what Ty Haley is going to do for us as a Browns team. I mean, like I said, on the other end, when he was on the Steelers, I know that they were one of the most highest profiled offense. So I'm not going to completely just jump off the Ty Haley bandwagon just because, they did some questionable stuff. It's stuff I'm kind of used to as a Browns fan anyway, of questionable calls being made, but I'm just leaving it in their hands and I'm just trusting them. But I will say that the referees continue to me, in my opinion, make bad calls. I know it's kind of hard to, judge a game while it's raining. Being able to see everybody, see everything, and everybody's looking sloppy. So, but definitely, I feel like in the beginning of the game when Njoku got hit, helmet to helmet, that should have been a helmet to helmet call. Um, even to them helping the Steelers out earlier in the game, switching the ball on them, giving them a fresh play clock. After that, they was already at 10. I felt like that was questionable. They might want to say some stuff about us as the Demarius Randall thing, but I mean that's what I mean. Like, come on now, like the whole game was officiated bad, so give us something. It seemed like they were trying to take that game away from us as well. And it's just, we, I, we did as much as we could. You know what I mean? I like the fact that they had Tyrod as a scrambler. In the beginning of the game. I hope his body feels all right after the game, but that's what I feel like it's gonna take. You know what I'm saying? Us to have a prolific run game, scrambling by the quarterback, the running backs going crazy. They haven't had a big run, but they had good chunks of runs, so that's good to know. Um, and you just on offense, the receiving game, the passing game was a little hard. I feel like for Tyrod, the ball was a little slippery. Um, but you got to get through that. You know what I'm saying? It's all a part of being in this conference, being in this division, being in the AFC North, who I will say, by the way, I believe is officially, I mean, I've been saying this, but definitely one of the toughest conference to be in. I said, as when people clown on us, I'm like, we got to play like some of the toughest teams in the NFL twice a year. Two of them exclusively being the Steelers and the Ravens, who have had franchises that went to the Super Bowl and won, and then Bengals. They will surprise you too and start beating up everybody just like they did today. But definitely I want to say I had I was super excited to see Denzel Ward ball out. And that was another thing. Like, I feel like in most of these videos, I haven't really praised the defense too much. And I really want to say, like, man, like the defense played amazing. You know, the turnovers they had, um, you know, the pressure that they was bringing. I mean, people still try to clown, you know, Gregg Williams for having a safety for 25 yards. I mean, I get why it's a certain concern, but that's how you know you got at least one more for a game saving play. You know what I'm saying? Like, because essentially, you know what I mean, the quarterback is supposed to be, you know, kind of out of it, if you want to say, you know what I'm saying? So why not have somebody else that's kind of out of it, you know, to kind of make it even, just to make sure, like, if it come down to it, we don't get beat. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't say we gave up touchdowns, granted, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It was never ever on like a deep play. It was like those plays had to be earned. But basically, I want to go back into is, you know, great job on the defensive front line. Myles Garrett doing what he did, man. Like, Myles Garrett is a freak, man, and I'm glad that we have him. I'm glad we have a player of his caliber here, because it to have such a star, you know, in our organization, you know what I mean. It makes you feel good about it too, as far as like our organization, as our prestige, and do we have the players to kind of, you know, take it to the next level. But really, Denzel Ward, man, like these Ohio guys, man, there's so many Ohio players at Cleveland, and not only just like Ohio, like, but Clevelanders, you know what I'm saying, that like the Browns have passed on in the future. And I like John Dorsey because it's like he has a different mindset. He has like the mindset, like he knows like these what the football means to the state. You know what I'm saying? How much, you know, talent that Ohio brings out. I feel like Ohio is a very talented state as far as athletes go. You know what I mean? LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Eddie George, or man, he went to Ohio State, but um, the list could go on and on. Honestly, like I only mentioned two, but they the Ohio dudes, you know what I'm saying, that come out of here, like just look up your facts, man. Like them is like the two biggest stars that I could kind of think of right now. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger is from Ohio also, but I was trying to think more so in the Cleveland area. But you know, everybody don't really kind of claim Cleveland. LeBron don't claim Cleveland, you know, and I get it because it's just different. You know, you gotta be here to really kind of know it. But we all represent the Ohio thing, man, and that's what it really come down to, man. Um, I feel like uh, Juice made a lot of good plays. He made some drops, but he made a lot. He played hard, and it was tough, man. It was tough. It was a really bad game. It was raining. It was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? The refs continued to miss calls and make bad calls, and you know it's kind of hard when you battling all of that. You know what I'm saying? Demarius Randall has been a huge addition to us, as far as like on the defense. You know, back to him, back to the defense is just him being there. Like I heard this interview right before I did this video, and he said we some junkyard dogs, which means that they gonna fight, that they not just gonna back down, that they gonna do whatever they can. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it take to win this game, to dominate, and the defense did that, man, all the way around. Schobert, Kirksey, freaking Myles Garrett, you know, Agba, I don't know if I said Schobert already, but Ward, you know what I'm saying? Randall, like all y'all guys, you know, all y'all 11, you know what I'm saying, that did y'all thing today, man. Thank y'all for. But this tie, man, like, you know, y'all, we could say like the Steelers gave it to us, but them false starts that we was doing, you know what I'm saying? The offense basically don't need to shoot the defense. The defense plays so well. The offense need to get it together. Um, you know, Jamie Collins had a great game. Julius Peppers had a good game. Myles Garrett again had a great game. Dog, honestly, it's weird because it's a tie. It's not a loss. It's not a loss, but it still feel weird. It's not a win either. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tie. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, you know, it's typical Browns fashion. Hopefully we don't go 0-16 for the rest of the year. I don't want to see nothing but ties all this game. Hopefully we get some wins. But the score was at 21, but nobody got at 25, which I was predicting the Browns to win. Didn't predict the tie here, but Great game, y'all. I'm just shocked. I don't know how to feel. I really don't. I'm happy it's not a loss though, but I know it would have been way better if they had won. Especially on that field goal. Um, T.J. Watt definitely had a great block there. There was nothing foul that happened. It's just, man, wish we would have had that win. Wish we could have say that we defeated the Steelers. So it is what it is, man. We're gonna go at them next week. Next week we got New Orleans. We gonna play in the dome, so weather shouldn't be a factor at all. We'll see what's going on, man. See what we got out of Tyrod for real. See what we got out of the offense for real. Because I don't have any doubts that the defense can do their thing, man. Because they did their shit today. They took care of shit today. Um, Real Browns fans signing out. Score is 21-21. It was a tie. All right. On to the next one next week. Peace.